Hello and welcome back, esports fans. We got the EGFC Power 5 Invitational. We got Washington State taking on LSU. I'm FBI Tugboat. Join with me, as always, and of course.
Yeah, I am here. I'm looking forward, Tug. These games now we're getting into the final series of the night with Washington State playing against LSU. I'm looking forward to it. We've not seen either of these teams perform, and it should be some good. I mean, I'm always down to cast more Rocket League.
Exactly. We got B900 Cool, henceforth referred to as Cool, James, and Don Q Mojito, henceforth referred to as Dom, on the side of Washington State, looking to get it going already. Almost taking that one really quickly. Reverb, Sharp, and T-Bates over at the side of LSU.
Yeah, oh, all right, J Formez there trying to make the save, or the James even. I don't know what I just did. As we see B900 Cool. I believe you said we're going to just refer to as Cool, because B900 Cool is a mouthful. Trying to clear it here. James sticking onto the ball. T-Bates centering it, my friend Tug.
Yes, pressure has mostly been on the side of Washington State. They've doing their job, doing their chances here, trying to pop this one away. Nobody opted to go for that one right yet. I like LSU's position there to play defensively. Pass coming out here, back on over, and this is a James player trying to get it going by himself. Nice bump pass over to himself. 900 Cool. Excuse me, just Cool here. Putting that up, and now LSU taking advantage. Sharp attempting a nice, just sharp pass right there in the middle. Excuse the metaphor, the euphemism. And now possession going back over to Washington State.
Yeah, possession is in favor of Washington State at the moment, but we do see LSU trying to break away with it here. Patience coming out from T-Bates. Managed to get it past. Okay, the recenter here. Sharp coming in, gets a good angle, centers it for his teammate. And that's going to be goal number one going towards LSU.
T-Bates rolling on in there. I've made the bowling joke already tonight, Navik, so I won't hit on up again. But this man would be knocking down 10 pins right now.
Yeah, that was a strike and a half as we get into kickoff and number 2, Tug.
Seriously, only one so far here in the almost 2 full minutes, and as I say that, Reverb coming through, retaking a shot, pushing this up to 2-0, an actual advantage, as me and Davin call it.
I mean, one goes with advantage. It just becomes very, very much more comfortable when you're at 2. Now we're seeing. It will be curious to see if LSU start playing. They're already playing incredibly aggressively. They've had the majority of the ball control. Oh, James looking to try and clear it out, and that almost was disastrous as Cool was able to save it.
Oh man, and that was a T-Bates player that almost knocked it in himself. Reverb now pushing this back, opting to push this ball away from his opponents again, not necessarily worrying about where this is going to go in, and trusting his teammates to knock this away if it does go towards their goal. Now this is an LSU team, the Tigers striking this one away. Reverb coming up, that one being a little bit too high. Cool coming in for a nice Reverb, excuse me, for rebound, not Reverb. That's another player on his team. Coming back on over, pressure now on to the Washington State. James pushing this one on over. Washington State opting over to the offense now. Sharp bouncing this one up, allowing everybody a little bit of time to set up in this one. Bounce coming back over, and really this has just been, again, ball spending a lot of time up in the air. Call it a big 70-47 passenger airplane. I don't know. Cool getting demolished there as T-Bates and more trying to get it going, and that's a great job by LSU, taking advantage of the demolition and really just pushing this down the throats of 2 players by themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that was really, really nice that T-Bates just managed to find that angle, getting a 3rd goal lead. That's when we start to say that they are pulling away with this lead.
That's when it starts to get scary. That's when it comes in the defender's nightmares, one can say. Sharp pushing this one up, and again, maybe this is just a Washington State team that threw defense in the wind. We're just looking to push this to offense. They look like they're trying to get set up there, and we're not anticipating a long ball corner shot like that.
Yeah, no, that was very, very clean, and we are Going to see. Unfortunately, at the moment, Washington State not finding themselves in the best places. They left.
No way.
No. Oh, no. You hate to see it happen.
Man.
You see both of the players. There was so much miscommunication there. You saw a double commit for the ball. There was no player in defense.
He looked like he actually opted to shoot for the player and not the ball, and when that close to the ball, there's nothing doing on that one. Not a whole lot to be done. Defense is not showing up for Washington State the past 2 minutes or so, man. They looked like they let 2-1s go, and then after that, it's just been floodgates have been open.
That sharp hit, getting a lovely shot.
Great block there. Put a little aerial on top of it by Mojito, bouncing it back down, and Mojito there with the rebound again. Looked like he almost was going to knock that into his own, but this Washington State team looking a little bit more comfortable. They've gotten this ball control now for a solid little bit, communicating and setting up plays a lot better than they were just a minute ago. Defense was not panning out for them.
Right,
Mojito now in the corner, structure coming out.
Yeah, this looks like it could be Washington State's chance. Literally, as soon as I speak up, Washington State loses ball possession. It's immediately getting back. James setting it up. We are going to see Mojito score first goal. This could be the momentum going into game 2. If they find a couple more goals, then they will set themselves up for the second game. This is all the confidence.
Talk about momentum all the time, Navik. This is the way to start. This is the first step on the road to them taking, or at least tying, this first game, pushing it on over into overtime. They got time to do it. Pinch coming through by 2 different players is cool. But lobbing this one on over. Great job staying over. This one is sharp. LSU knows that they have control and knows that they can just keep this ball in the air and eventually win. 4 goals is a tall order in 30 seconds and only getting more dark, more handsome as it gets longer. 25 seconds to go here. And this is now slipped out, I believe. I think numerically this is, yeah. Numerically maybe not just as best possible.
I mean, as long as they have 2 seconds a goal, they could do it. But at the moment, that is running down very, very quickly, as now it is borderline numerically impossible. However, are we going to see a 6th goal coming out from LSU? It's not looking like it. As game number 1.
Still all about the still all about the point differentials, like Navik has pointed out several different times. And the play-by-play just gets, super excited about who's technically winning, who's technically losing. But the points do matter. Again, this is done for seeding. This is the first of 4 non-consecutive weeks for the EGFC Power 5 Invitational. The summary of which will be January 18th and 19th at the OS Stadium in big old New York City, the city that does not sleep. They'll not be sleeping for Rocket League on the 18th and 19th of January.
Yeah, that should be really fun. I am looking forward to seeing these teams play at OS. I'm going to be honest. LAN environment really shakes things up.
Are you going to be there?
I have no idea at the moment. I'd like to be, but getting a plane across the pond is expensive. But we are.
And I hear you on that. It's we love to have you and stuff, but of course, just the logistics there sometimes being a little bit more difficult to surmount.
Yeah.
Now, LSU 1 up in the series.
Yeah, now coming in, good kickoff, looking good for LSU. Oh, managing to steal it away as well. If they can get a recenter, they might be able to find goal number 1. James with the clear.
What Washington State needs to do is score first, score fast, and score quickly because, like we said, that mental fortitude that comes behind setting the pace. They cannot afford to have a game like last one go over again, just a longer game that resulted in, obviously, them losing the first round. Shots coming over. James defensive all day. 900 cool following this one up. I think 900 cool, that just kind of flows, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
like
mean,
the B in top there is almost too much.
Yeah, B900, yeah, 900 cool works. Reverb here, though, might be able to find it. Mojito saving it. Good clear. Doesn't get it over his opposition, though, as it is centered at the moment. This might be Sharp's chance. Passing it to T-Bates. That's going to be goal number 1. There was an attempt at a clear, and it got denied. And it was like as high of a clear as you could get, as 900 cool tries to save it. T-Bates, though, being a little bit further. That is going to be goal number 1, going towards LSU.
Trying to come over the top there. That was some seriously intense Rocket League, Navik. I know you're with me on that one. That was some 900 cool, 900 IQ plays on that, trying to knock player around away from ball. But now it's set up, and Reverb knocks another one in. Reverb reshot.
Yeah, another goal coming out from LSU. I really like the setup here. I liked the attempt from Washington State, right? They tried to set it up. You saw both players rotating, but they needed to just be a little bit faster on it.
Yeah, a little bit more momentum behind this goalie would have made all the difference in the world on that one. Nice aerials coming out by Don Mojito himself. Long ball coming out there. Sharp does tap it away. Nice job on that one. Not willing to give up their first goal. That's T-Bates all over this one, rotating around to the defensive position. As the ball comes around, possession changing. T-Bates is all over this one. Been tapping about 5 times, 6 times, 7 times in the past 5 seconds or so. It's all over this one. Possession not giving up so easily. Up top, taps in there, but Mojito, my oh my! Staying up on the ground and put engines behind him and call him airplane.
The bump coming out onto Reverb there was a galaxy brain move overall, but unfortunately, they just could not get the player rotation, and Reverb coming out with T-Bates. You see James trying to stop it. T-Bates getting ahead. Then you see 900 cool, but Reverb was right on him and made sure to secure that goal for the 3rd goal for LSU.
I love how Reverb is, or excuse me, 900 cool is all over these. Reverb has been putting himself in the perfect position these consistently, but 900 cool is always there, even if in the past 2. I mean, he's blocked more beyond that, obviously. Play did not stop for those, but he's been all over these, showing himself a fantastic defensive player. Now James Solo Dolo over the side, taken away from T-Bates, getting over him. And now this might be it for Washington State's first goal. 900 tries to take it, but hits on the wrong side of that bottom board. Now coming out here, Sharp trying to push this one out, but Don Mojito not willing to give this one away so easily. Comes in the middle, but pops up. Not too high angle, not there. And Cool still all over this one.
Okay. We're going to see Mojito here try to set it up. Gets a good attempt, but it's cleared away by T-Bates. 900 cool. Oh, this is an attempt. If there's a follow-up, and there's not. James and Mojito just not in the right spot. Oh, another attempt, and they just miss.
James just barely missed the angle on that last little bit. There was no defender there. That would have been their first score of the game, but now we're looking at still a 3-0 stat line, 1 minute 45 on the clock. This ball has set up a tent in front of the LSU goalpost, but the Washington State players have not been able to do anything with it quite yet. Now over on the side here, T-Bates trying to pop this one up, not to be outdone, and getting aerial with it is Mojito. It's there, 900 cool with another shot, but Sharp is all over it.
Yeah, at the moment, we are seeing a completely different state, as Washington State is really applying some incredible pressure, and they may have just managed to find their groove, right? Got themselves into that rhythm, because they are making shot after shot. And as soon as I say that, there's a massive clear coming out. James managing to intercept it, though, gets it past Sharp.
This is a Washington State team that is playing with a person back and leaving all of the confidence in their front 2 aggro players to take ball control and get these shots in. They've had plenty of shots, just not been able to connect quite so yet. Navik now rolling back around. This is the perfect positioning, but getting on over to the right goalpost and just outside. And this is Sharp running away with it. Hasn't even touched in the past few seconds. Now popping up. Sidebar hole, saving them on this one. 35 seconds to go as LSU still in the driver's seat. Washington State needs 3 in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen a complete difference coming out to the end of this game, and we have a term, I believe I've told you this before, Tug, but we have a term in the fighting game community called download complete, and I think the download's going on at the moment. It might not be complete, but we might see a reverse sweep coming out, and I am excited to see if they can bring on the heat.
We're looking at 95% or something like that, but it needs to start right now. This is LSU about to take their second shot, and Washington State looking at their last.
Yeah, that's going to be game number 2 going towards LSU.
Yep.
But the second half of that round, I don't think anybody can disagree that there was a complete shift in Washington State's play style there. They managed to put on the pressure. They made plenty of goals. They didn't find the connections that they needed to, but they were definitely getting there. And I know I've told you this before, but if you keep letting your opposition shoot goal after goal, eventually they're going to get one in.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, Navik, right? We have the same amount of shots on both. Looking at very, very similar stat lines for saves. 7 for LSU, 5 for Washington State, 8 and 8 for shots. Now, the goals obviously being a little bit different, but assists coming through as well for the LSU team. Tigers working together on this one.
Yeah, and now coming into game 3, this could be everything to Washington State, right? This is their do or die moment. This is their swan song. They need to try and just find their rhythm, and they were getting there at the end there. So I'm hoping that this switching over to the third
180 degrees
round.
last game. 180 degrees. Completely different team that played the last 2.5 minutes of that. They were all over this. They had the vast majority of ball possession time, and it was all over LSU's goal. Now, that was another great shot attempt by James, barely blocked off there at the end. I love how this Washington State team has started this game already.
Yeah, we are definitely starting to see some pressure here. Washington State getting a shot towards the goal there. It was saved, and they have nobody in goal. Oh, Mojito's going to be able to save it.
Wow, man, oh man, fancy footwork and more by Mojito. They do not want to give up the first game of this game, the first goal of this game again, Navik.
Yeah, no.
Out here.
We, like I said it at the start here, at the end of that last round, and I said the download is going on. And dude, it's looking intense either side. This is looking like a much more even game. There's definitely been some decisions being made. No, okay, that I definitely thought that if somebody had followed up there, that was a easy peasy goal for LSU. But they did not find it, as we are going to see a lot of pressure being put on to Washington State. They need to be able to clear it, and they do immediately. Oh, okay, back by 900 cool.
900 cool trying to prove his name on this one. James, little disruption action as traffic comes for the ball. Popping over the top, Don Quixote knocked away from it, but at least buying his team a little bit of time with that rebound. Ball popping up. James all over this one. The angle's decent, but players of LSU, all over this one.
Yeah.
They've shown some just as equally as impressive as Washington State's offense has been the past 3 minutes. LSU's defense has been amazing.
Yeah, they have both. They kind of got the tables flipped on them, but we did see that LSU put up a really stoic defense, right? They didn't let a single goal through after having so many shots taken at them, and that really, really goes to show that their defense is just as solid as their offense so far.
Seriously. A very well-rounded team is what we're seeing. Very close and even scoreline so far. 1-0, and again, this is a Washington State team that's been playing out of their minds. Pressure makes diamonds, and that has never been more true here for this Washington State team. Pass coming up here, Don Mojito, moving a little bit too fast for his own good. Up coming up, fantastic block, barely getting the corner and more on that one. And now the pop coming over the top, hitting corner, nothing doing. Just like that, pressure now coming onto this LSU team. 900 cool, spending a little bit of time over there in the the score box, and that's actually going to result in LSU taking advantage, taking possession.
Yeah, LSU now having that lead as we enter the half-time. Really good clear coming out from 900 cool. It recenters itself. We see James attempting to make a shot. Reverb, though, sitting there. He's ready. Don Mojito trying to contest it, but Reverb looking to go off the backboard, doesn't find it. Followed up by his teammate, though. Cleared away once again by 900 cool.
Just looking at these, if LSU put 2 players up front and 1 behind, but just a little bit closer on these rebounds, they would have gotten like 2 goals. If you had the plays play through next to each other, they would have 2 goals in the past 20 seconds or so. But as we're seeing, even Steven stat lines. Again, this is Washington State's last opportunity, best of 5, to tie this one up and then start the reverse sweep. Pressure on here. 900 cool taking it out. He's got the boost in more to get it going with.
Yeah, Washington.
That's the ball running through. Ariel's coming through.
Washington State possibly finding themselves in that advantage state as we see a shot from Cool 900 is saved. The double tap almost came out. If he was a little bit further, that would have went over him.
Fantastic pre-jump on there, anticipating where this ball was going and where it had been. Fantastic job. Cops coming out, reverb all over this one, but getting challenged in that one and losing. Ball coming back on over. James all over this one. These players are playing out of their minds right now. 900 Cool over that one. Back on back, and Mojito there for it. Demolition coming out might stall the LSU offense for just a second, but literally just 1 second as we hit 1 minute to go, Navik.
Yeah, Washington State just need to find one goal in the next minute to even this out and take it to overtime. James takes a shot on to go. Cleared away by T-Bait. Sharp running it downfield. Gets it past the last defender. All he has to do is center up, but he's out of boost. James clearing it away.
So close. Add 8 boosts. I'll call it 8, maybe 7 boosts on top of that. We'd be seeing a 2-0 scoreline right now. As it is, these players still going. 30 seconds to go. And this is not getting more close, Navik. Ball coming up. 900 trying to pop this one out. Rebound coming through, now popping it up. Too high, though, reverb. Facing the fire on that one again and not able to get it there. And again, pops it too high. That'd be several in a row now if they're just a little bit lower.
T-Bait's
here.
900 Cool hit. James, this is it. This is the do or die moment. The rebound coming off. This clear is absolutely horrible for Washington State as they need it to be by LSU's goal. 1 second left onto the clock. If the ball touches the ground,
keep it up.
Dominato
there, James trying, no! LSU taking this one 1-0 in the last round. So close, Navik.
That was unbelievably close. That could have
Look at these shots. Oh.
Yeah, that really could have gone into overtime. That was so close. But LSU with that solid defense, really good clears. Washington State.
Rock, man.
The differential between each game, though, the point differential got closer and closer every single time. And really, I think next time these teams play against each other, we might be seeing a very different outcome. Because
I call dibs on Cass in that one. This is going to be a grudge match if there ever was one.
Yeah, game 1, we saw LSU with 5-1. We saw them second game with 3-0. And then last game was 1-0. That is incredibly close, and the difference just dramatically reduced 2 goals a game. If this was a best-of-7 series, we might be seeing 0-1 going to Washington State if we were to continue on that trajectory.
We'd still be watching this game. We'd still be seeing 900 Cool barely knocking these ones with the corner of his car. We still see all kinds of crazy aerial action by both teams. That was seriously a fantastic round of Rocket League.
Of course, and it's always so much fun to seeing this. But of course, Tug, I'm going to steal your catchphrase and say we are coming to the worst part of the cast. It's time to say goodbye. But I do want to congratulate all of our teams. The University of Illinois are winning a game 1. Florida State University winning game 2, and of course LSU taking game 3. Thank you all of the teams for participating this week, and if you want to catch all of the action and get all of the updates, make sure to hit that follow button on Twitch and follow us at official EGF on Twitter. I have been Kevin Navik Dignan, and you can find me on Twitter at NavikCasts.
Yes, sir. FBI Tugboat here, play-by-play extraordinaire. You can find me over there on Twitter at FBI_Tugboat, spelled just like it is.
And we will see you next stream. Good night.